Hey you guys, how is it going? It is Pixie. You can probably tell by the title that this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just feeling really full of thoughts, and I just had, like, it wasn't a hard day for me at school, but there was a lot going around. An illness. There was a lot of talk going around and things that kind of made me realize that this video is gonna be full of jump cuts of me like trying to like word my thoughts, because I've been at school all day thinking I gotta make a video on this, I gotta get home and I gotta turn on the camera and I gotta get this out. So I've been like kind of like half playing half sentences in my mind. So now we're gonna try and make that make sense. So I don't know if you guys know, but I am an introvert. Sometimes I wish I wasn't. I don't know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Basically, I kind of just like to hang out alone a lot of the time. Like, I have friends, and I love my friends, and I see my friends, but I don't really, like, go out of my way to go on many adventures. I pretty much hang out with Tristan every day, all day, and that's just the way I like to be, you know? Like, I don't really go to, like, parties or shindigs or, like, whatever the hell, like, high school students do these days. But that's just, like, an important fact for the coming facts coming in the video. I've been feeling lately like I'm letting myself down. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm having a great day and I'm like doing my thing and I'm sewing or writing or drawing or making a video or modeling or doing whatever, doing my own thing like I like, and then it will just like come to my realization that like I'm not out like hanging out and doing normal high school things, or even if I'm doing vlogging, I'm like, I don't have this nice of a setup as this person, or I don't have this nice of a camera, or this many whatever, you know, and like I'm totally happy and fine until that clicks in and I'm like, oh god, it's all futile, why? This is where it comes back to the school thing I was just talking about, because like I said, I'm kind of an introvert. I don't really go out to big, you know, keggers. But my friend mentioned to me Friday, he was like, yo, are you going to the party? I'm like, what? No. Do you know who I've been to one party, and it was the Grease after show party, and I only went because I was one of the main characters. It was fine, it was a great time once I got there, but the word party to me, unless it is like pancake party or like bowling alley party, like I am anxious out the wazoo. Like, no mingling, no standing around, no, fuck parties. But he asked me, he's like, yo, are you going to this party? It's by this person at this place and it's Saturday. And I was like, oh well, I wasn't really invited. He says, I'm inviting you now. And I was kind of like, I thought about going because school started 2 weeks ago, and it came to my realization that all my friends graduated. They're all gone. And I didn't really realize that until I got to school and it was lunch and I was like... And I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I have been literally sitting on the floor, like with my sketchbook, just like drawing. Like, I'm a really outgoing person, and once you talk to me, like, I'm your best pal. We're down to party. But if no one comes up to me, I'm just gonna kind of do my own thing. And that made me realize that maybe it's time to do normal high school things. Maybe it's time to do normal 17-year-old adolescent stuff. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go to this show and I'm gonna go to this party and I'm gonna go join this band and motherfucker, I'm gonna senior year. Oh my god. And the crushing weight of people saying hashtag senior year is just like, oh my god, it's my high school year and I haven't done anything incredibly stupid yet, only on the internet. So it's like, what if I just wasted the best years of my life? So I was like, you know what, John? I mean, ex-person who isn't going to be named. I guess John isn't too revealing. Let's call him John. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to that party. Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I didn't go because I was too shy to, like, ask for the house or anything. And I was kind of feeling shitty. And I was kind of feeling really left out. Left out is the feeling. And I think everyone knows this feeling of, like, people are hanging out without me, people are doing stuff without me, what am I missing out on, what are people doing that I'm missing out on, I'm missing out on these memories and these inside jokes that are going to form, and that feeling sucks no matter what your age. I know it's a really high school-y thing, and nothing in high school matters after high school, and I know that obviously this won't matter, but it sucks! It's a really sucky feeling. So I was kind of feeling that this morning. It clicked to me on the bus that I was doing absolutely fine until I started comparing my life to their life. Like, I love keeping myself busy. I don't really mind sitting in the halls. Like, I love sitting outside on the grass at the park. I love doing videos. I love doing fashion. I love everything. I love hanging out on my own. I love hanging out with my mom and my boyfriend and my best friend who's now in college. You asshole, how dare you grow up. And I really enjoy that, and I'm fine. And then I'm like, oh god, other people are at a party. And then as soon as I'm like, I'm not at a party, I'm not pregnant or doing drugs or like have alcohol poisoning. I'm not have alcohol poisoning. I was fine until I started thinking about other people. So that clicked into me on the bus, and I literally had like a little epiphany moment. People probably noticed because I like dramatically looked up, pulled out my headphones with my Precure music, you know, just fueling into my brain. Every morning you have to listen to anime theme songs or your weeb powers will decline. It's true. That was just like a little moment that I had. And then I got to school, and there's a very tense atmosphere in the school. And in my classes especially, because it was like the grade 12 crew that went to this party. And I go into my first class, and the first thing I hear is people saying, what the hell happened that night? That was such a shit show. And basically, the party was a disaster. Way too many people showed up that weren't invited. The cops showed up twice. One girl actually got alcohol poisoning. One girl broke her leg. And then just like people like almost committing suicide in front of cars drunkenly at night. And then like the cops telling them to go home and them trying to go home, but they can't go home because they're drunk and they don't want to drive and they can't call their parents, and like just awful. And there was like screaming fights and just drama crap. And so I get back to school, and all I hear is people saying like, oh my god, me and so-and-so are really not good. Me and so-and-so had a huge fight. Like, I'm pretty sure like every friendship group just imploded at this huge shit show of a Saturday night. And I'm like, wow, I am so glad I did not go. And to think, here's my main point, here's the point. This is the thing that makes this make sense and not just me rambling. I was jealous of those people, and I was feeling down on myself, comparing myself to these people that I thought, wow, they're really living it up more than me. But most of those people were miserable from what I heard. And I'm not saying like, fuck party people, let's all stay inside and read books. It's just the specific situation, you know? Like, it's totally okay if you want to go out and have fun. Like, I'm not bashing that, obviously. But just like, I can't believe I was comparing myself to that, not having any idea what it was like, right? I was like, oh man, I really missed out on that. What am I doing? I missed this opportunity. And it's like, Jillian, you have no idea what those people are going through. You have no idea, right? I had like 3 or 4 people come up to me that day, like talking about the party, and like I was consoling some of them because they were like, man, I really fucked up, and like, man, I'm in such a shit situation, and like, man, I went to this party to get away from this in my life, or to get away from my family situation or whatever, and I'm like, I have it pretty good. And I bet you guys have it pretty good. Like, no matter what you're comparing yourself to, improving yourself is always good. But don't look at someone else's life and think like, oh my god, they're so up here and I'm so down here. Because, and I know this is a cliche, this whole video is a cliche, but we often only see the best parts of people. What you see on Facebook, what you see on Tumblr, or what you see even at school, or college, or work, usually that's gonna be like, I'm all put together, I got out of bed, I put on my clothes, I'm not sick today, I'm not having a panic or anxiety attack or a whatever attack, I'm, you know, my whatever illness or whatever, like I'm in shape enough to come to wherever I am, I'm put together, maybe I'm in a good mood, having a good morning, and that's what you see. But you don't know what's going on. Maybe the day before, things are falling apart. Maybe other things are falling apart. And maybe they would kill to have your life. You know? Not actually kill. Don't die. But the important point of this video, the whole thing that I want to get across, I'm sorry if this is really rambly, like I said, I've been thinking about this all day. The important thing is to stop comparing yourself or your life to other people, okay? Just stop it. I know it's hard, I know we all do it, I do it a lot, but at least remember at least that it's a bad thing, because either, I'm gonna put it in text, so it is, you know, accentuated the importance, because A, you're probably doing pretty fine on your own, right? And just comparing it to what you think others are or what they may portray as. B, it might not be what it seems, or you might not have the right idea. Like in my situation, like I am really happy on most days, you know, like I have a general level of contentment in my life, which is great because we don't always, but I've been pretty good lately, love my life, doing it great, fairly successful, kind of half know what I'm doing with my life, like I am not melting down at this particular moment. But then the second that I think like, oh my god, other people are going to parties and like living it up and like living the teenage dream, and like I'm here talking to a camera and like painting pictures of cats for the 5th time this week. But then I didn't realize that the party was a shit show and like people had their dreams crushed and it was awful. And I was so upset because I missed out on that. And then I can't believe I spent like Sunday and Monday morning feeling like, oh my god, everyone's gonna be talking about what a great time they had and like all the memories and shit. When that was like a whole day and a bit just wasted worrying and thinking because it's not true. That's one thing my dad says a lot. Because my dad introduced me to mindfulness, which then led me to discovering Buddhism, is that worrying is just wasting your life because it's really not going to do you any good unless that worrying is going to be like progressive thinking leading to an actual solution for a situation you might have. But if I just sit here worrying like, oh my god, people are doing things without me, oh my god, what am I missing out on? That's just anxiety for no reason. That's just stress. Absolutely, for no actual cause. So basically, don't spend energy on things that are only going to hurt you and aren't going to lead to a happier you, and don't judge people before you really get to know them, whether it be good or bad. You know, I feel like that's important either way. I hope you gained something from this. I don't really know, I just really needed to get this off my chest because it was a day full of discovery for me, and I hope that I retain this information in the future and that it will lead me to not agonizing and being really hard on myself. Maybe I don't need to worry so much. Anyway, this was a little bit more of a serious video. I hope that's okay. I promise I'll be back with like a hair dyeing one or something. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!